Hey, what's up? Action Taker Stefan Ciencio here, and in this video I have an awesome guest. This is someone who has been earning a full-time living working online, mostly doing affiliate marketing in a special way using 100% free traffic. His name is Marc Gray, and he's going to be interviewed by me in this video. If you want to learn more about him, you can actually check out his website at thewolfofonlinemarketing.com. All right, let's get into it with Marc. What's up, Action Takers? Stefan Ciencio here, the Action Taking blogger, and I want to welcome you to the channel. Today, I've got a very special guest that I'm really excited to be here. His name is Marc Gray, and he has been an online marketer for some time now, and he has figured out a way to use affiliate marketing to build a full-time income online using 100% free traffic. He's generating free visitors. So, Marc, thanks so much for coming on. I'm really excited to have you on the channel.
It's a pleasure, Stefan. Thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. So why don't you go ahead and let the audience know a little bit about, how you got started online and, what obstacles you had to overcome to get to where you are now and seeing like what's working,
Yeah, I mean, if I'm totally honest, and I will be totally honest in this, and I don't tell a lot of people this, but, it's only in the last 3 years that I've started to make a full-time income. And I did start experimenting with how to make money online about 8 years ago now. And I did have successes with a little bit of CPA marketing, flipping sites, SEO consultation, which is basically how I make most of my money now. And the reason for me getting into, affiliate marketing and online marketing was, it's the dream to be able to work from home. I don't work from an office. This is my office. I'm upstairs in my house. And I left Scotland. I'm Scottish. I left Scotland when I was 18. I traveled the world, over 45 countries I've traveled in, from everywhere, from India, China, Africa, Central America, North America. You name it, I've been there. And I've done pretty much everything there is to do. And I came back about 9 years ago and moved to Prague and thought, okay, I had just come back from doing anti-poaching in the bush, armed anti-poaching, which is basically,
wow.
Yeah, it was pretty full on and a lot of stories to be told. But yeah, I came back and I tried to work in an office and I just, I couldn't take it. It was like 20 years of being free and traveling. And then suddenly, I did everything from teaching English in China to doing volunteer work. I actually made the local newspaper when I was 19. I have on Facebook somewhere the clipping. And yeah, I just realized I can't work in an office. I don't want a boss, And yes, I did struggle for years, and it's a terrible thing to say when you're 38, is my parents, they did help me a lot, with supporting me for rent when I was living abroad, helping out when they could, and they helped out a lot, and eventually, my dream has kind of come true. I know that I'll never have a boss again, and my business just grows every day, and that's really it. Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy where I am today. Actually, today, I don't know if it's relevant, but I always said that when I never need to go for an interview again, or have a boss, or have to impress people and look a certain way, that I would get a tattoo on my neck. And today, that's what I was doing when you sent me the message. So I got a tattoo right here.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Basically, just like, it has a meaning. It's my 3 girls. I have 2 young daughters under the age of 2, and my wife. So it's my 3 girls, but it's kind of as well, a kind of up you to the 9 to 5 kind of industry. I'll never work in that industry again. I'll never be a person in the call center. It's just not for me. I am now so confident in my abilities that I've learned through trial and error, that I know that I'll never have to, work in an office again. if it is an office, it will be this office, my own office.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's a phenomenal story. And, I'm sure it's very inspiring to a lot of people who might be stumbling across this video and saying, is it possible? And I think you've definitely proven that it is in fact possible. So I know that you're involved with, as you mentioned, the SEO and, I know you do a lot of affiliate marketing. And for those of you who don't know, affiliate marketing is when you get to promote other people's products and you get a commission. So it's really great because you don't actually have to sell any of your own products if you don't want to. So Marc has become very, very good at selling other people's products for commissions and learning how to use traffic. And I primarily SEO, if I'm mistaken.
That's correct. I am branching out now, but SEO is 80% of my sales now. 80.
Wonderful. So for those of you who don't know, SEO is just search engine optimization. So Marc knows how to go in and actually get traffic from people that are searching in Google and turn that traffic into customers that make him commissions. And there's always people searching on Google. So Marc, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you stumbled upon the stuff that you're doing now and, what the possibilities really are with that business model, like affiliate marketing, SEO, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. This is going to sound, the first thing I'll say will sound cheesy. I know this, but every day I see people on Facebook who are not making a full-time income, yet they have time to create long 300, 400 word posts 5 times a day. So rather than doing that, build a website and put that content onto the website. Every video you make, every article you write is a piece of content that potentially could make you money, could go viral. If you're sitting here looking at, oh, I could do this, I could do that, oh, I could do this as well, you're not going to get anywhere. What I say is just jump in and, start a website, start a YouTube channel. A YouTube channel's free to start, start it and just get going, make videos, overcome the things that have stopped you in the past. For example, speaking in a video. I hated it at first. Now I'm fine with it, So take action, and I know there is a lot of shiny objects about, but you just have to focus on one thing and keep putting out content. And also as well, one thing I'd like to say, and the reason I'm saying it is, as you know, Stefan, we released a successful course about what I do, Traffic Victory, and somebody stole it. So, they made money from that, but it was short term. And I always think that if you can provide quality to people, they will respect you for it, and you will get yourself, an audience. And depending which way you want to go, if you want to go with affiliate marketing, it's very important to have an audience of people that when you say this is worth buying, they buy. Yourself. You have a massive audience.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right about the content. I totally agree. I love, people put out content. They don't centralize it anywhere, and they don't realize that if they're being truly themselves with that content could help them build a relationship and get people to keep coming back to their blog or their site. So I totally agree with you there. So, and yeah, as you said, there's people that go the cheap route and steal content, unfortunately. We've had that happen to us, and it's just how it goes sometimes. It's part of the game. But, for anyone who's serious, anyone who wants to actually get results online, just like what you're saying, I totally agree. Be yourself, put out content, and then, have some sort of centralized website where people could find you and keep coming back to you and really build that brand, that influencer status. So would you say that that becoming an influencer has been because, we're really influencers if you think about it. And being an influencer means having people that trust you and people that come to you because they know that you have knowledge and they want to learn from you. So would you say that your influencer status has, in addition to SEO, has been a big part of growing relationships with customers and being able to create return customers from that and grow your income?
I could not agree more. And it's now been 3.5 years that I've been making full-time income. And it all started when I started my marketing website. And I was kind of doing reviewing products that were coming out. And at the time, there was very few websites or videos out there, so I was making a ton of sales. I think the second post I did was like 77 sales or something.
Wow.
That was in 2015. But yeah, having yeah, you're right. We are influencers, and people come to us for advice. I mean, obviously, I'm nowhere near the level that you're at, Stefan. You know, you have a lot more people following you. You're a much bigger name in the industry, which I will be at some point. Maybe not as big as you, maybe bigger. Who knows? But yeah, people, people listen to you, and also as well, it is important to have something, whether it's a Facebook page, a Facebook profile, or a website, or a YouTube channel. Have something that you can work out of. So if you're creating videos, post them on Facebook. Have a YouTube channel, post your videos on Facebook. You have a blog, you're writing stuff about making money online, and it doesn't have to be, all success and I'm making this much. It can be, I spent $20 on a Facebook ad and made no money. And you write it up like that. And people like to, as I was saying, people like to see that, people like us, successful for me anyway, I'm a full-time online marketer. We can make mistakes, and we do fail. And that's because we keep trying. We don't give up. I mean, if I gave up years ago, I wouldn't be sitting here right now talking with you. So I think, I know that it's hard and there are a lot of people out there competing, but stay true to yourself and, having a centralized hub, be it a YouTube channel or a blog, a free blog or a website, just something to start with. And that way, as we both agree, rather than going on Facebook and writing a post about something that's, could be good stuff, but why not put it on a blog and then post it on Facebook? Because then that blog is building authority, etc., etc. That's my SEO brain starting to take over there. Content is content, and content is king, as they say.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think you said that perfectly, and you're very successful by all standards. I mean, you did something that most people dream of, and that's the first step, is getting it off the ground. And I've only been full time since 2015, so we're in the same boat. I haven't been doing this for. Before that, I was a couple of years just the same thing, trying different random things. So I totally get that. And the hardest part is getting started. And once you're over that hurdle, I remember the day that I quit my day job. I nearly had a panic attack after I realized what I did. I was like, oh, crap, am I making the right move? And, my coworkers were telling me, like, are you sure you don't want to stay? And in my head, I'm like, after the pain, or not the pain, the panic subsided, I was like, you know what, screw that. I'm going to do this. And, exactly. And within a few months, my income had, compared to what I was making when I was working full time, because it's very hard when you work full time to manage a business at the same time, So once I got rid of the day job, which I hated, I was able to really just focus and buckle down, and my income really did take off. Once I got rid of the fear, people have to, and I'm sure you'll agree, you gotta be courageous in the face of fear. When you're worried about all the things that could go wrong, just go and just keep going. Yeah. And just like you said, just keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares if you look stupid on a 20-minute or 5-minute video promoting something? Who really cares? Maybe somebody has a laugh at it, but who cares? You're taking action. That person laughing isn't. I want to say something as well. I am still trying to overcome some of my fears, and we did a successful launch together, and I feel that I have quite a few methods that I'd like to package up and put into a product, but I'm afraid that if I, try to go it solo, launch a product, even if the product is fantastic, that I won't get affiliates behind me, I won't make sales, so I need to overcome that fear, and that's my next, my next big hurdle to get over.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think it's great you're being honest, because you know what? When people see this side and they don't always see the side that's like, some like, untouchable guru that somehow does everything perfect. That doesn't exist.
No.
Everyone's a human being. Everyone's got fear. So I think it's great that you're being honest with the audience and being upfront and say, like, you're just a regular guy and you're hustling and you're going at it. You're taking the right steps, and it's, you're going through all the things that everyone else is going to have to go through as well. Just to comment on the fear of launching your own product. Now, for anyone who doesn't understand what Mark's talking about, like, he's talking about, like, in addition to promoting other people's products as an affiliate, you could also create your own digital products and then promote those and have your own affiliate program for people to promote for you. And that's even more advanced. That's taking another step. Mark's obviously very advanced at this point. He's been doing this for a few years. Marc, just to give my 2 cents on that, absolutely go at it by yourself. If you, there's different ways to sell, but if you do want to partner with someone, there's nothing wrong with that too. If you have someone, like maybe 1 or 2 other people, just like we did, if you did want to go that route, there's obviously people that, as have authority or have connections that you can leverage off of. But obviously, if you want to go at it yourself, there's so many different ways to sell something. It could be an evergreen product. It doesn't have to be a launch where it's like a 5-day launch or something like that. So many different ways to go. And, but so I guess
it wasn't necessarily about launching solo. It was because I have now like 4, 5, maybe 6 people wanting to launch with me.
Right.
But it's like when we launched, I created 10 hours of training on the front end of the product, and you can explain what that means, the front end. And I was still so nervous, that people would look at it, watch it, and think this is terrible. So I kind of have that same thing in my head. I don't know if it's an insecurity or I don't know. It's just something that I've been thinking a lot about, and I've been, playing with sales copy, and I have a lot of ideas. And I guess by the end of this year, I want to put out at least another 1 or 2 products with somebody. If that.
Well, if I remember correctly, the feedback was phenomenal. I think people loved the course. I think you killed it. It was, I think from what I remember, we were getting testimonials left and right. People thought it was very valuable. You had top marketers saying it was going to improve their business. So, I think maybe that should help the fear aspect. Like you saw that, what you're talking about. You put out a very high quality course, and, I'm sure that probably feels good too, though,
Yeah. It did feel good, but then you always think, everybody has one good course, and it's like they say everybody has one book in them. So, I hope that I'm not that person, and I don't want to put out stuff that people buy and they're like, this is kind of rubbish, because as a product reviewer, I get sent a lot of review copies, and some of them I just can't bring myself to promote or to review. And that's just the way it is. It's a very tight and ruthless space, as you know, Stefan. You launch a lot of products with other people, so it is a ruthless space, and it's about your connections and who you know. Which is one of the reasons why I'm going to Portugal this October, where I'll see you there. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely part of it. When you launch digital products, there's always going to be, you're dealing with people across the world, and it comes with some good days, some bad days, some people that you have good relationships with, some people that things don't go so well. So it's all just part of the game, and just like you said, navigating that landscape and not getting too attached to because you just got to realize it's just going to go the way it's going to go. And as far as, only having one good course, I just got to say, I mean, what you're talking about. I wouldn't worry about those fears at all. Those stories in your head, don't let them take over. Mindset's so important. And I think, you have a lot of great stuff to offer. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to have you on the interview. I think that you've got a lot of, you care about quality, which is a rarity, I think, in a lot of ways. So, and I think I think that you just have the right mindset. You want to help people and you want to put out quality content. So I think as long as you stick there, don't worry about this only one and done. Forget that. That's not true. That's not true. If it was one and done, I would have been done a long time ago. So it's not the case. It's a myth. It's a myth. But
I just wanted to be honest, Stefan, and say, those are my personal fears. Every day I learn more things about SEO. I rank higher. I'm creating videos. I'm creating new ranking for new things. But yeah, I just wanted to, this is an interview, not about a product. It's about
sure. Yeah, and I think everyone watching is going to love the honesty and love the authenticity. You're showing that. Again, I love that you're not pretending to be some pie in the sky, guy that just has it all together. We're all human beings, and as long as we acknowledge that, we're going to realize that we can do it. Other people don't have something that we don't have. It's just a myth. It's a superstition. So I love that you're doing that, and I think that people are going to appreciate the authenticity. So if someone was a newbie, and we kind of already touched on a lot of this, but in a nutshell, what would you say to a newbie in terms of not only what to focus on, but how to go about doing it? I'm assuming you'd probably tell a newbie to go the affiliate marketing route, but what would you tell a newbie that was or maybe you, when you first got started 8 years ago or whatever, what would you tell yourself, or what would you tell a newbie?
Start a marketing site. That's it.
Start a marketing site, promote affiliate products, or,
Yeah, start a marketing site, start a YouTube channel, start a Facebook group, and a Facebook profile where you connect with other marketers, and work from there. You don't need to jump to every new product and try it out. That's good in the beginning to get experience, so you know what you're talking about. But that's that. If I had the knowledge now that I had then, God, who knows where I would be right now.
Sure.
And being an affiliate, as you said, is quite easy, because you don't have to deal with annoyed customers, or customer service. You sell, you get the money, and you move on, and that's kind of it, So yeah, that would be the advice I'd give myself back in the time, is just start a website, start a YouTube channel, and connect with people. And a funny little story, actually, is I was an affiliate on Warrior Plus, and my username was Daft Dog, and it was from the Warrior forum that connected to Warrior Plus. So anyway, it took me about a year and a half to realize. I noticed one day that I was number 2 on a leaderboard, Daft Dog, and there was a bracket next to it saying, "Don't know who this is." So for over a year, I was, promoting, selling quite a bit, and not having my name recognized. So if you are going to become an affiliate, use your own name. That's, one thing that I recommend. On Warrior Plus and JVZoo, don't use some random name that nobody knows, because you want those sales and you want that success that people post on Facebook. Because that's a big thing just now. Every time a launch goes, people post those prizes. Have your real name there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. In terms of affiliate marketing and making some sales, even if you make 6, 7 sales, 5 sales, you'll still get a mention on Facebook. People take notice. It's true, So, yeah, that was just a funny little story, because I thought
that's really good. I mean,
what prize money if I'd actually used my real name.
That's great. I mean, you're absolutely right. When people promote affiliate products, you want to get your name out there as an affiliate, because if you're an affiliate marketer that has a reputation, it could benefit you in so many different ways, just relationship building. So, I think what you've touched on pretty much is have a website, get all your content on there. Don't spread your content out in all random places, centralize your content, start as an affiliate, build relationships, and you know, use SEO traffic in the beginning while you're getting started. And I think those are all great golden nuggets that I think the audience is going to love. You know, I think you've given out them a lot of ideas, and that's a lot of the stuff that I've been doing as well. So, you know, I can vouch for everything that you've said. Well, first of all, I just want to say I'm really glad to have you on. And, you know, is there anything that you would want to say as like a closing statement to the audience? Anything you would want to let people know that we didn't cover?
Well, firstly, it's been my pleasure, Stefan. Thank you for having me on. I was very honored. My last thing is just don't be afraid. Take action, and you will fail. You know, I failed for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Failure all the time. Don't let it get you down. Just move on to the next thing. And as we spoke about, I've said what I think should be your starting point. And you can do it for free with free tools, create a free YouTube channel and start from there. And this is possible to make money online. I mean, I'm sure I don't make as much as you, but I have 2 kids, a wife and a dog. And, you know, we rent a place and, you know, my car's paid for in cash. So affiliate marketing, it works.
Yeah, I think most people watching would be super happy with that lifestyle. And, you know, you're just getting started. So who knows where you're going to be 5-10 years from now, you know, could be really far along. So, I mean, either way, you've already made it. So I would say congratulations on that. You know, it's, you've overcome what most people, 90% of people just fail because they don't have the right mindset. So I think you got to give yourself a pat on the back there, you know.
Right. Mindset is, you know, does have a lot. I see so many people start, you know, they buy hosting, they buy a domain, and then, you know, I've checked back on them, and the website is still up, but there's no content on there. They've just kind of moved on to something else. And, you know, it's the mindset. You have to focus. And another thing, I'm actually going to write a blog post about this, is if you have a full-time job like you had, and you don't have a big house, maybe, you know, just make 3 hours in the evening, after work, after dinner, after playing with your kids, and take your laptop and say, okay, I'm going to be in the dining room. I don't want to be disturbed, and work on your online business. Make time for it, you know. Don't just sit there and play about with Facebook and look at pictures, and actually create content and do something, you know.
I'm totally with you on that. It's great advice. All right. Well, I think that's probably a good spot to wrap it up. I'm really glad to have had you on, and thanks for sharing your story. And where can people find you? Where can people find you?
At thewolfofonlinemarketing.com.
Wonderful. Okay, I'll make sure to have that link below this video as well. So anyone watching, guys, you can find Marc at his website, thewolfofonlinemarketing.com. I'll have that link right below this video for you. You can check more about Marc and all his awesome success and all about what he's doing. So, Marc, thanks so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, pleasure was mine. Thank you, Stefan. I'll speak to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Cheers, buddy.